thing on? Alright, what's up guys? Today we're going to talk about 5 mistakes that you should skip making as a swimmer who's just starting out. These are most so mistakes that I sort of made early on that I wish I hadn't made, or mistakes I saw my friends make where it really kind of slowed down their progress as a swimmer. So starting off with number 1 is the mistake of not getting enough sleep. You need sleep. Sleep is such an underrated part of every single athlete's routine. You should be getting 7 to 8 hours, maybe more if you did like a really hard day, maybe take a nap to add to that, but you really need to be getting sleep. If you're not resting your body, you're not going to be increasing your strength, increasing your energy output. You won't have energy the next day to train harder than last time. Greg Doucette. And it's a really underrated part of training. It's a really underrated part of every single athlete's routine is making sure you're getting enough sleep to where you're able to perform at the level you want to perform every single day. And I think in some ways, it's even more important when you're first starting out to get plenty of rest because you're pushing your body to a point that's never been before. That's mistake number 1. Now, mistake number 2, similar area of thinking as the first mistake. The second mistake is not eating enough. Most swimmers don't eat enough, and that's why we stay so skinny. That's why we stay so lean. Very low body fat percentage, a lot of us. And what we really need to work on is it. You want to be in a calorie surplus so that you're able to build strength and recover every single workout. For me, 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day seems to be the trick. 5,000 is really pushing it. It's really hard for me to eat that much. It's a little bit more difficult to get that much food down throughout the day, but you got to make sure you're getting enough protein and then enough calories in order to fuel your body to hit every workout and really push yourself. Mistake number 3 is a little bit different. Mistake number 3 is swimming forward, not up and down. Now, this is a mistake that I see a lot of beginning swimmers start doing. It's one that I see the kids that I teach in Summer League Swim do all the time. Is in fly, back, breast, no matter what stroke it is. Instead of swimming forward and thinking of propelling your body to the wall, they tend to swim up and down. And one of the reasons you do this is it feels like you're swimming fast, especially in fly and backstroke. It feels like you're throwing your body quicker by going up and down. But in swimming, it's such a momentum sport. You really want to think of pushing your body forward, always trying to swim towards the wall as fast as possible. Swimming up and down, undulation is a good thing, just like in butterfly, how you have that wave effect of the stroke. That's good. You want to have that because that helps you keep a smooth rhythm. But if you're coming too high up, bringing your arms out of the water to throw your weight around, you're not really swimming forward, and you're wasting a lot of energy going up and down instead of swimming to the wall, which ultimately is the goal, is to get from one wall to the other faster than you did last time. Mistake number 4 is skipping warm up or cool down. Another underrated part of every training is getting your body primed to push itself to the next level. Warm up is also really useful for avoiding injury, and cool down is really useful for not feeling sore the next day. So these things all kind of build off each other if you can't tell already. You got to get enough sleep, get enough food, but then warm up slowly, get your body ready for the workout, bring your heart rate up, get your blood flowing, then hit your workout as hard as you can. And then for cool down, you want to bring your heart rate down. You want to work that lactic acid out of your body so that the next morning you don't feel sore and you can go at it just as hard as you did the day before. Or ideally, go at it harder than you did the day before. So that's mistake number 4. Now, mistake number 5. Mistake number 5 might get me in a little bit of trouble. So we'll see if y'all agree with me on this. Mistake number 5 is pushing yourself through sets is a mistake. Now, that might sound funny because that's what we all talk about doing is I gotta push myself to get through sets. I gotta self-motivate. I gotta hype myself up to get to this super hard set coach just read out. But one thing, especially when you're first starting, is if you push yourself through the same 6,000 yard workout at the same intervals that the swimmers on your team who've been swimming for 4 or 5 years are doing, you're not going to be getting enough rest in between sets to really optimize the benefits of the workout. So, and coaches understand this. So your coach, ideally, if the coach knows like, oh, this is a new kid, he's not going to be on you the whole time like, hey, get off the wall, go, go, go. Because you do need to rest slightly more as you're getting into the sport. Because usually a coach isn't going to change his program completely for a new swimmer. They're going to try to assimilate you into that program. And so that some of that resting is important. I know for me, when I first started, it was something I always thought about was like, yes, this is a super hard set. I'd like to finish it. 10 100, say. That's a pretty hard set for a beginner. 10 100s on like 130. That's a pretty difficult set. And what I would do is I'd go, okay, I'm going to do 4. I'm going to do 4 straight through, and then I'm going to rest 1. And then I'm going to do 4 again, and then I'll rest 1. And then we'll go on to the next set. Because I knew if I just kept pushing myself and then I was just barely crawling through the last few hundreds, I'm not really growing my swimming capacity. I'm not building my technique. It's the technique usually falls apart at that point. You don't want to be killing yourself to the point that you have no technique in the water. Now, sometimes it's good to push to that last moment, like really kill yourself just as a discipline thing. At least most times when you're a beginner, you want to focus on always swimming with good technique and be focusing on swimming with technique at all. It's already a hard concept for a lot of beginner swimmers, is to think there's a specific way I'm supposed to be moving through this water. So that's one thing to work on, is don't push yourself so hard that you aren't getting rest in sets. If you just go, say we did the 10 100s, but you can't make it on 130, well, maybe you should ask your coach, like, hey, can I do them on 140 or 150? But if you can't make them and you're just going to go through the set, try to pace yourself in a way that you're actually getting benefit from the set. Because the swimmers who've been doing it for 5-6 years, those guys are getting 10-15 seconds of rest on that interval, maybe more, maybe a lot more, maybe almost 30 seconds of rest. And they're able to do it in sets. The interval training is useful because it does it in sets where you get rest. You have to get rest in a set in order to work out at the level you need to work out to get benefit from that training. So that's tip number 5. Now there's a bonus tip here at the end. The bonus mistake that you should avoid doing as a beginner swimmer is not following my lane line. So like and subscribe, comment, share the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Get your workouts in, drink your water, get enough sleep, guys. Go to bed. If you're up late watching this, go to sleep. I'll see y'all later.